Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the
So,
Studious
podcast.
My name is Justin, alongside myself is
Mike.
And today, I really feel like this is the one episode in a very long time that we don't have a topic for you.
Well, we do, but it's more like free flow. The last few podcasts we've done are very scripted, or they have guests, or they've been very serious topics. So today we just kind of want to sit back and talk. We have a general idea in our head of what we want to do, obviously, but
Yeah,
we're just going to kind of go with it for once,
yeah.
off script.
You know, being our authentic selves and actually doing this for, I guess, the first time, one take, through and through. That'll be something special for us. I
Pretty
feel.
cool, yeah. We're used to like at least 2 take, 3 take, but
Yeah,
not
and it's
one
because we
take,
want to get something perfect out for you. And I think I've come to terms with the fact that not everything is going to be perfect. And we can strive for perfection, but it simply just is impossible.
Well, it's kind of ironic because today's topic is sort of similar to that.
Yeah.
Our general ideas are, we talked a lot about like mental health, for example, or what we don't like in the education system recently, but we haven't really talked about what are we thankful for, what are we appreciative for in life. Do you want to take over? Because I think the other one was your idea, so I'll let you say it.
Yeah. Funnily enough, and I think I've mentioned him on this podcast before, my manager is a very, very, I would consider him an intellectual. He has very, very profound thoughts when you speak to him. One of the things he said to me, and it pertained to religion specifically, but I guess it applies to all things, is there's certain things in life where you feel like you may not like it for whatever reason. Now, the question to ask yourself in those situations, do you not like it because you don't like it or because they seem like an inconvenience to you? And it's funny because, pertaining to the religious aspect, if you are religious, you would understand that there's quite a few limitations that you have to place on your life. For example, like the foods you eat, you pretty much know about that, or the people that you can sleep with pre or post marriage, right? Things of that nature. And it's like, do you not like the concept because you don't like the concept, you don't believe in it, or because it's an inconvenience to you? And for those of you who are religious, you understand that that should be the first and foremost thing in your life.
That's kind of like trusting the process, trusting God's plan, right?
Exactly,
So
yeah.
We're gonna get into all of this, not directly, but
Yeah.
semi-directly, I guess you can say.
Big thing he talked about just now was gratitude. How often do you guys take the time, even if it's a few seconds, right before you go to sleep, and be thankful for things that you had that day? The fact that you were able to wake up and breathe.
I actually do that every day, funny enough.
Do you?
Yeah, every day.
That's
Every
pretty
night.
sweet.
Not gonna lie.
That's good.
Even the days I have bad days, I still do it because it's like if I do it and wake up tomorrow, I might have a good day. So
It's tough to do it in the bad days. And I know it might, a lot of us have bad days, especially into our teens and maybe our early adulthood, because we're in transitional periods of our lives, right? Especially with this podcast too, I think, and just this channel in general. I think Mike and I have come to a lot of like stepping stones that we need to overcome, you know what I mean?
well, it's also in life too.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Like for example,
Sure.
you 10 years ago, like you always want more no matter where you are in life, and that's fair unless you really have made it and you're successful and you have whatever you want in life, fine.
Yeah.
But for normal people who are still chasing what they want, chasing their dreams, you also have to remember that 10 years ago, or like as a child, for example, we're 22, 23 years old right now,
Right.
okay? I know 10-year-old me would be so proud of who I am right now. But then there's this me who's in that place that kid wanted to be at, and I'm chasing something else. But you have to step back sometimes and be like, hey, I'm exactly where, little Mike would have wanted me to be at this age, at this point in my life. You know what I mean? Getting my education, figuring out a career path, trying something like this with you guys, with the podcast, with the channel. So the child version of myself I would hope he'd be proud of where I am right now. I think he would, and I've ticked a lot of boxes that I wanted to by this age. I've been in a relationship, made a lot of friends, got a job, things like that, So you have to sometimes look in the mirror and be like, hey, you wanted this so bad. You're in the moment now. As much as it is important to chase the next step and, go after your goals, your new goals, these were once your goals. So appreciate that for what it is before you just jump to the next thing.
I find it really funny you mentioned like little you being like looking at you like he's proud of you, right? Like a lot of the times the advice that people will give you is be your own hero. right? And when you were younger, I'm sure you had your respective heroes, whether it was a superhero or whether it was a person that you quote unquote idolized, right? What if every time you feel like you need to improve upon yourself, you use being your childhood hero as an example, right? Like, what would your little you want you to do? If he came to you for advice, would you be able to give it to him?
Or to be like, like, I mean, obviously life is about experiences and figuring shit out, but
Yeah,
I mean, before you do something or say something or try something, maybe think about, hey, would younger me
approve
be
of
proud of
this.
this? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's crazy to think too, like it's not just about ourselves sometimes, like, and I guess I've mentioned this one or two times in the pod as well in previous episodes. Being brown comes with its own fair share of societal pressure. So now it's not only you have to be better for, it's for the people around you.
Well, you're wrong. It's not being brown, it's being Indian, but
Sure. Maybe it's just, no, you know what? I think it's an Asian thing. And maybe I could be wrong. Maybe there's a shit ton of white people out there right now, or whatever you are, right? Pink, you know. I mean, any which way, right? Like, you probably have run into people that have high expectations for yourself when you yourself should be the one to put, justified expectations upon yourself.
I mean, no one knows you like you most of the time, right? So
I'm sorry?
no one knows you like yourself
No, I
90% of the
agree.
time, so or
Yeah.
99% of the time, I guess.
Yeah. But like I mean, even back to my previous point about gratitude, right? How many of you take the time when you're about to sleep to be thankful for the very little things? Even if shit went wrong entirely today. The fact that you had the opportunity to wake up in the morning. You got to see your parents or your siblings or whoever it is you consider close. Or the fact that you even got to breathe. I think I've run into that situation recently. Like for the last month and a bit, I think I was like in a pretty bad place because I was sick for a lot of it, and it just felt like the sickness wouldn't go away. And then it made me realize there's a shit ton of things that I take for granted. Like for example, like I don't constantly feel the need to throw up. Like this feels
Your
great.
health,
Yeah, my health, like
it's
it's
true.
great,
Because, I mean, even
right?
though we don't always have every single thing we want in this specific moment in time, we
Yeah.
have stuff that, yeah, I mean, yeah, we can sit here like, my mom likes to say this to me. She'll talk about, oh, well, you don't finish your food, there's starving people in Africa, and well, hey, at least you have a roof over your head, and da 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 da. And I mean, as much as, like, I'm grateful for that, it doesn't resonate with me because I've never had that problem. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So a lot of us don't understand what it's like to go hungry or not have a home or not have clothes on our back. But it's also like that should just be a bare minimum for society as a whole, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But like water and stuff, water, food, shelter, that should just be
Yeah,
anybody should be able to get that. But anyways,
it's
that's not the
true.
point. The point I'm trying to make is other things too, like your health or being able to go to university or
Yeah.
wherever you want to go on your parents' dollar, right? Or they saved up for it for you your whole life, like me.
Yeah.
My parents saved up for university for me. I didn't even know I was going to get into university in the initial stages of my
I
school,
I
but
wouldn't have thought so either if I
okay,
were
you
in
can
their
fuck
position.
off. Anyways, anyways, things like that. I mean, yeah, do I enjoy like school and stuff? Not really, but is it going to help me in the long run? Probably. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful I had that opportunity. I have that opportunity, right? Um, as much as I'm 22 and I'd call myself, how do I,
Blowhard, dickhead, fuckface, bitch, cunt.
you look like you're 45 and you're only a year older than me. Do you want to stop now? Thank you.
Okay.
Anywho, here's another thing I think Justin and I can both relate to: relationships. We're both young, right? I
Yes.
think, every young man, every young woman, at least for the most part, wants a relationship, wants to, even if it's not, boyfriend, girlfriend, like marriage, happily ever after kind of thing. But you want to experience some of that in respect to your age, right? Because the older you get, that's closer to when you settle down. I'd say that, I mean, I'm not necessarily on like hunting. I'm kind of happy in the sense that I have my own time. I can do what I want with it. Like I'm content with that. But I wouldn't mind a relationship right now either. Or I wouldn't mind seeing someone right now. Something in that ballpark. Because I mean, again, I'm young. I want to experience all these things. But I don't like think my whole life is shit just because I don't have a girl in my life right now. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a lot of people who aren't in relationships or, you know, 25-year-olds who haven't made $5 million yet want to like die tomorrow because they think the world's over. No, man, you're so young. You have so much time.
Yeah.
Just appreciate who you are and where you are in the moment, right? Like, of course, it's important to think about the future. It's important to think about, you know, planning for the future as well.
Yeah.
But you can't control everything. And that's where I kind of said earlier, if you're somewhat faithful, you understand, trust God, trust the process.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens when it's supposed to. In my experience, I've seen that numerous times, and I still doubt it to this day. I won't lie. I still do sometimes. But I've been through so many things where I realize there is a higher power that kind of answers your prayers when you need them.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that have happened that it's not explainable by, you know, science or logic. It was just things that happened to me when I needed them the most, and there's no other explanation. I'm not super religious, but there's no other explanation for that but God to
Yeah.
me.
I mean, I guess I'd supplement that with like a few things, a few thoughts on them. I mean, number one is, I mean, we talked about the age thing, being young. I fail to realize sometimes that we've only lived a quarter of our lives, hopefully,
Hopefully, yeah.
right? For all we know, a rock could hit us right now and be dead. But just like the dinosaurs, you think the dinosaurs saw it coming?
I don't see shit, so I think we're good for now.
Dinosaurs didn't either. But anyways, no. But the point I'm trying to make is like he's right. You're in your 20s, or like if you're watching this, like regardless of what age you are, the fact that you have tomorrow means you have time. Don't wait to say to that person that you love them, or don't wait to tell that, or to go and do the thing that you wanted to wait till next month to do. Like, go do it. Like, money will come and go, but time won't.
If your worry is money, this is something I learned, and obviously it doesn't mean like sit back and relax and watch money fall into your pocket. No, that's not how life works.
Yeah, good fucking luck with that
That's
one
not-
in this economy.
That's not how life works.
Yeah.
But I mean, unless you're already like well on your way to riches. Anyways,
comfortable.
you know, if you have 5 businesses and 3 houses and whatever else. Anyways, what I'm trying to say here is there was something I saw about Warren Buffett. Okay, Warren Buffett I think his net worth is like 65 billion. Okay, 60 billion of that net worth came after his 63rd or 4th birthday, something like that. So what I'm trying to get at is, yes, he was a billionaire before, but 60 out of that 65 billion came to him after his 65th birthday, or 60, whatever, you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, majority of his wealth only came to him in his later stages of life. And yes, again, I'm not saying, you know, sit on your ass and then tomorrow when you'll wake up and there'll be 5 billion in your bank account. Obviously not, but like he had to work for that, clearly.
Yeah.
Right? But it goes back to things happen when they're supposed to, no matter what you do, or no matter who you are, or no matter what you think. You have to you got to have some faith, whether it's in the universe, whether it's in God, whether it's in yourself. You have to just believe that things will work out. Because another thing people fail to miss sometimes too is the energy and the things you say out loud. Like what you put out there is kind of what comes back.
What you put out is
Positive
what you
and-
get.
Yeah, as long as you're positive and not negative about things, you're most likely going to get a positive outcome.
I mean, this is my thing too, right? Like, talk about a positive mindset for a second. There's times in your life where I'm sure you'll go, how the fuck am I supposed to think something positive about this situation?
Yeah.
Like, you could have had someone die. You're like, well, I'm supposed to just like be happy about the fact that this person's
Yeah.
dead. Like, nah, but like majority of the times in your life, I'm not a big I'm not like, I'm religious, I'm Christian. I don't have like this belief in putting things out into the universe and it coming back to you type of situation. Like, I think that if you always see the cup as half full as opposed to half empty, regardless of the outcome that comes, you'll see something good in it. So, like, if the good thing that comes back to you is, oh, like, say for example, someone did die, be like, at least they're not in pain anymore, or at least they're happy now, or
See, but
something.
Sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
it's
that's
fine.
kind of
Yeah.
where, like, those are situations where I've had doubt, okay? Because in my life, some of the best people I've ever known have had the most miserable deaths I've ever seen.
Sure.
And I'm talking women that prayed 5 times a day because they were Muslim. I'm talking about people that would give you the food off their plate and starve if you were hungry. Talking about those kinds of people.
Yeah.
but they died in the most miserable, painful, hard to watch ways.
Yeah.
So that's in a situation like that, and you can say, oh, they're in a better place now. But they didn't deserve to go out the way they did. And also, we have no idea what the next place is. It could be better, it could be worse. We don't know. Religion is very touch and go in the sense that, at least in my opinion, I see that religion, the church used to be here, right? And then everybody would be here. This was before government. Church used to be the higher power before government, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I think the church is, things like God's watching you, or um, what would God think, or like how people say these different things. To me, I think religion initially was kind of used to keep people in their place, in the sense that if you commit a crime, you're going to have to pay for your sins. You know what I mean? Like, it was a fear tactic almost. Now we have government where it's like, if you break this law, you're going to get arrested, or you're going to get charged, or whatever the case might be, right? People these days are religious, but I don't think they're as religious. I mean, they're definitely not as religious as they were 100, 200 years ago. As the longer society goes on, the more religion, I don't want to say dies, but it's not as
Prevalent.
Yeah, and the reason for that is because there's too many holes, there's too many gaps for this society. Because, see, you weren't able to question it back then. If you questioned God and you questioned Christianity, for example, it would have been a problem. Now we can do it freely. We can sit here and debate everything.
Yeah.
Right? And that's where society is now able to have the freedom to pick and figure out, hey, this doesn't make sense, that doesn't make sense, and that doesn't make sense. So why would we follow it?
Yeah. I mean, like, I disagree on numerous counts, but I can understand the perspective, because it's okay to have doubts. I would never, if someone were to come to me as someone who was not religious and they had doubts about something, if I was able to answer that, I would. But then there's a lot of things that I simply don't have the answers for. Like, for
Right.
example, one thing you said is, why do some of the nicest people in the world have gruesome deaths? It's an unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
I like to think, and again, I haven't been in situations where this has occurred at all, but I'd like to think that whatever happens to everyone else, from the perspective of yourself, is to teach you lessons. And however you want to take that is how you take that. But, we talk about, for example, us not having the problem of figuring out what we need to eat the next day.
Yeah.
It's not happening to us currently, but there's something we can take from it. There's something that we could be appreciative for.
I mean, it's also just a way to stay positive. Like, those ones, as I
Yeah.
said, I can't resonate with.
Sure.
Well,
yeah,
at least
yeah.
you have to starve, because I've never had to.
Yeah.
I never will have to, knock on wood. There's no wood, but there's
My guy legitimately went up to the fence, embarrassingly, and knocked on wood.
So, as I was saying, hopefully I'll never have that issue where I need to starve or things
Right.
like that, because I
Yeah.
can't resonate with those things, right? It's just a way to keep you, well, at least be grateful for this, at least be grateful for that.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it, but it's hard sometimes. It's hard to always just be positive and stuff. You know what I mean? It is
Yeah.
difficult when there's so much you see going wrong around you sometimes. It's hard to find the one right thing out of 9 wrong things. You know what I mean?
That's what makes us human, though. Like, our ability to be able to elicit emotion and be able to, I don't know, have the various thoughts that go through us based on every single scenario that we have in life. And I'll tell you the reason why I'm as religious as I am. It kind of pertains to what you said about believing in a higher power. There's been so many situations in my life where I felt like I was helpless. It's weird to say, because you could probably be on the other side of the screen going, but how many people were you surrounded by? How many people could you have gone to for help? But it's like, they would never understand.
Yeah.
Let's use the Africa example, for example. You don't understand one's problem unless you're there.
Yeah, it's good to give. It's sometimes like you can give advice, you can kind of try to guide them the right
Yeah,
way.
100%.
But you'll never be able to properly understand their situation unless you've been through something similar. I've been alive 22 years, which I know ain't that long, but
It's pretty long.
in the grand scheme of things,
You're
no.
old.
All right, Unc. Anyways, it's been a rough year for me. Yet I still find a way to keep going. I still find a way to bring, entertainment and joy into my life and find passions and things to do. So I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying sometimes it's difficult.
I mean, talk about being stagnant about where you are in life. there's like a thing that I guess I've been following. I don't really know how to describe it. Almost like a moral philosophy, so to speak, where it's never be content with where you are. Should you be happy?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because no matter what you've gone through, everything that you have gone through has shaped you into the individual that you are right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Right? And you could talk about how shitty your life has been, how many scenarios you've been through where you just thought that was my breaking point. You're still here.
And in a few years, when you look back, you're gonna realize, like, shit, I went through all that for this. It was worth it.
Yeah.
Even though right now it might not feel worth it.
Yeah.
When that time comes that you do get everything you've been praying for and hoping for, then you'll look back and go, it was hard, but I'm here now. So you can't regret it. You just have to use it. Try to find the lesson in it, I guess, is the key, right?
And again, as someone who is religious and what I would argue a very profound faith in Christ and God, it's just one thing that continuously runs through my mind is God will never give you something that you cannot handle. Yeah. The important thing I think people fail to understand is life will come with its ups and downs, and it's just a part of life. You know, sometimes, like, I don't know how much you pray, but for example, if you ask God for patience, do you think he will just straight up give you patience?
No.
Or do you think he'll give you opportunities to be patient?
Yeah.
It's a big thing people, again, fail to understand. Like, you will never learn from something unless you struggle to get to where you need to get to. Nothing feels earned if it's just handed to you on a silver platter.
Very true.
I'll give you a great example. My sisters, when they wanted to get married, were not having the greatest luck with guys because guys are dicks, right?
Except us, we're great.
Yeah, we're great. We are single. Just letting you know. Point I'm trying to make is my oldest sister was very into Disney and romantic movies, and just imagine that her one guy would fall from the sky. It took her like 5 years of dating for like one dude to finally be the right person. But she had to go through like 3 guys.
Your oldest sister?
Yeah. She had to go through like 3 guys to finally find this person. And it just got her mental state got worse and worse with each person because she's just like, how do you do that?
Dude, the more like, our generation has talking stages, right?
So stupid to me.
I hate it. Like, I understand getting to know a person,
Yeah.
but let's get to know each other over a date.
That's the whole purpose
Like, that's
of the
the whole
date.
point.
The talking stage is the date.
The talking stage leads up to the date. Like, you get
Yeah.
comfort. Like, I kind of understand it, though, in a safety perspective in today's society.
Sure.
But at the same
yeah.
time, it's just like,
Nice
okay,
guys exist.
Yeah, I know, I understand. I'm just saying, like, I'm not a nice guy. I'm not. I used to
agree.
be a nice guy.
I agree.
Now I feel like I call myself a good guy because I'm not going to treat a woman like shit. I never have, I never will, no matter what. But at the same time, you can't walk all over me either. So I'm a good person. I'm not a nice guy. Nice guys, don't be a nice guy. To you guys too, don't be a nice guy. If you're a good person at heart, don't change. But learn to, how do I put this? Learn to implement the sides of men who aren't nice guys without the toxicity of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, stand on business. Stand on your own 2 feet. Don't take shit. But at the same time, don't just, like, be a dickhead either for no reason.
No,
like,
yeah.
find the middle ground.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think I still struggle with that too. Like, I'm the type of individual who wears his heart on his sleeve. Oftentimes, that means that I openly allow someone to take advantage of me. And truth be told, a lot of the people that do are my friends, like this dickhead over here.
When do I take advantage of you, you torta?
Do you see what I have to do with?
Gym shark? More like fridge shark.
Enough out of you.
Okay, anyways. You gotta just, it's hard. It is difficult sometimes, but you have to just believe in yourself, believe in God, and don't change who you are because you think other people will like you for, whether this is friends or dating or whatever. Don't do that.
Great piece of advice.
Do not change for other people. Be you, because what's meant for you will come to you no matter what.
Now, just because he's saying be yourself doesn't mean go out and do stupid shit. 'Cause I know a bunch of guys that are watching this right now. You just go and do stupid shit.
I didn't say do stupid shit.
Huh?
I didn't say do stupid shit.
I meant people that are interpreting this might think, just continue to be who I am, like fucking dickhead and be stupid.
No,
you know what
I
mean?
said earlier, incorporate both things. Like, don't be a nice guy, don't be an asshole. Pick the middle ground. Find the middle ground. Because, this goes for both ways. Girls who act like, toxic and stuff, they give every guy a bad taste in their mouth. And then dudes will do this. Dudes will. I didn't mean it like that, but sure. Dating on our generation is so bad because, like, your initial thing is, I need to protect myself, or like I need to,
Yeah.
like, you can't just enjoy it until you're comfortable. That's the problem.
It also ruins it for a lot of the other guys too that are genuine, right?
Yeah.
Like if like it's weird to me too, like being confident is somehow being considered cocky, which in turn means that you're probably going to be using the person who
No, you gotta be
assumes that.
confident. You gotta know your self-worth. That's
Well,
what it ties into.
Well, so this is what I was trying to get at was the amount of first dates that I've been on where I've been upfront about what I'm looking for, as in I date to marry, and if you're not cool with that, bye, has been like
That's how you say it?
kinda.
Jesus
like,
Christ.
No, okay, well, I mean, I don't say that word for word. I'm kind of like, okay, this is exactly what I envision for my future. At the end of the day, if you and I are going to date,
You
I am
and
dating.
Jamal, 3 adopted children on a beach. Is that what you envision for the future? What Justin and I are trying to say is stop ruining dating for each other, please. Can we just go back to the way love used to be?
You know, we talked about this in the previous podcast too. The world is ever changing. And there's so much that changes on a daily basis that we forget to stop.
We move too fast. Or life moves too fast for you to keep up sometimes. He's right.
This is what we were talking about the appreciation thing. For once in your life, if you haven't had the chance to just stop, do that today with this video. Just stop and think about everything that you have gone through, the journey you've gone through, and be appreciative of how far you've come.
All right, do this. Give me 5 things you're grateful for.
5 things I'm grateful
Yeah.
for? Well, I'd say
Or
you.
3, whatever you want.
Well, I'd say you to begin with, because I wouldn't be here with this channel with no views if it wasn't for him.
Right,
And
because videos would never get uploaded, correct?
I don't disagree, but also fuck you in the process. I guess the second thing, actually, and this is in no particular order, but I guess first and foremost would be my faith. What keeps me looking at the glass and saying it is half full and not half empty. Makes me realize that even in the tough times, I still have
just
someone
half
there. You
empty.
know what I mean, huh?
Huh?
What happened?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
Would you remove your hand from me and then I might share? I said I bet the fridge is half empty.
With me being sick, I lost 15 pounds. I am now sitting at a good 200, so fuck you.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's good. No, like good.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I was like, oh, I thought you
it's a big boy. Huh?
As far as the 5 things, I guess I'm appreciative for. Number 1 would obviously be my faith. It's the reason why I'm as positive as I am. Second thing, would say family. Just because if it wasn't for my family, I mean, as much as they nag the shit out of me, I probably wouldn't be where here. Be where here. What am I saying? Probably would not be here without them. Speaking your language for a second. But the third thing I guess I'd say, and it's not just because he's sitting here, is Mike. Because one of the things that I look forward to doing in my spare time, despite how busy I am, is this. I get to sit here and have a genuine conversation with my best friend, and we get to have a good time. You know what I mean? And you don't get that opportunity with a lot of people that you're close with, because keep in mind, right? How many of you are our age are just starting to get busier, have a full-time school schedule or a full-time work schedule, and like you gotta set a meeting 40 months from now at like 8:03 p.m. to go meet your friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's tough. But not only do we get to do this as like a side gig / hobby, but we get to spend time with each other. So I'm very appreciative of that. So,
So,
my
faith, family, and friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your 3?
Family for sure.
Yeah.
I have to do it separate because family's family no matter what.
Sure. Yeah.
The second thing I'll say is thankful for life and like the person I am because of life. Like no matter what has happened, I think, you know, through good and bad, as they say, it all makes you who you are, and I wouldn't change who I am for a second. So that, thankful for, do you mind not moaning while I
Sorry.
talk? Thanks. So family,
Sorry.
my development, I guess you can call it, like me, who I am,
Damn.
and then friends, except Justin, obviously, because he's just,
Hey.
huh?
But why?
That's why.
Figures.
I'm kidding. I'm thankful for Justin, and I'm thankful. You know, I'll give you 5. Thankful for
Food.
yeah. Fuck it. I'm thankful for food.
There you go.
And then last but not least, I'm thankful for our channel. I'm thankful I have this to look forward to. Thankful to you guys who support us, and I'm thankful for the millions of you who are yet to come, who just haven't realized the greatness that's right in front of your eyeballs yet.
Yeah,
You
you're
know what I
gonna
mean?
come, man.
If we just came to your, just shut up.
I'm struggling to put together what to call
You also
this
struggle
now.
to put things back in the fridge? Guys, full disclosure, when we go to get food, right? My bill will be like 30 bucks. Justin's will be 80, okay? And then I ask him, bro, what the hell did you get? He's like, like 3 pounds of wings, 2 sides of fries, an extra large drink, dessert, the dude behind the counter's phone number. You know what I mean? Like, are you okay?
Like, I'm trying to get my. Oh! Oh! Kind of liked it, but like, it's
Okay.
what it is.
But
We
anyways,
are.
be grateful. We said our 5 things. Justin's was food, 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 and food. Mine was people, food, not Justin, myself, and family. And, you know, besides that, be you, be happy, be grateful. Obviously, I'm not saying be content. Don't ever be content. If you feel like you deserve more, you probably do. If you don't deserve more,
You just
you just
you deserve
just
to
rot.
be you
Like,
deserve to remain where you are.
there's a lot of people that probably
Fuck you. Is what I would have said if this wasn't that podcast. You know what I mean? So, it was mostly directed towards Mike. Like he should just fucking stay where he is. Fucking toothpaste looking motherfucker. Like he
I'm
looks like.
sorry I rubbed you the wrong way, Malteser man.
Well, you didn't rub me the right way. Otherwise, I'd be compliment you.
Maybe learn English and then try to argue with
Only
me.
second language, man.
Yeah, and you want to be a teacher. So, anyways, man, I think we've talked enough. As you
Yeah.
can see, it literally went from daytime to nighttime since we've been out here.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, we talked about. I feel like the complex shoe guy. Well, we talked about everything. No, go spend 10 grand on some shoes.
It doesn't even end up being 10 grand. It's like 100 grand
I know.
sometimes.
Look, we talked about what we're grateful for. We talked about trusting the process, a little bit
Trusting
about
God.
religion,
Yeah.
trusting God, trusting the universe, trusting whatever it is. Like I said, we have to be thankful. We have to realize that, you know, an older version of you would be damn proud of who you are today, no matter what.
Yeah.
You have to trust the process. You got to remember that things may not always be perfect right now, but in the long run, when you can, hopefully you can look back in a couple of years and go, okay, I understand why that happened to me and why that happened to me, and I wouldn't change it because I'm here now, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And we're losing daylight out here, so
Yeah.
I'll let you end it, my friend.
I think, I mean, just to supplement what he said, I think there's at least a few things you should be taking from here. Like he said, if you feel like you're not happy in life, start feeling happy. And it's you know, it's a lot easier said than done, but imagine how much you had to go through to get to where you are. And so the fact that you're still here, the fact that you're still pushing through, and no matter how sucky life is, there's a lot of things to be grateful for. I'd say it's worth it to be happy. A lot less muscles is being used when you smile than when you frown. Just putting it out there.
That's very, see, that's one of those things that if someone said to me, I'd be like, all right, bro, like, thanks, I guess. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
but that's just the thing, though. Is like I can't not tell someone. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. I can't not tell someone to be happy.
is that a mosquito?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably go inside soon.
Yeah, I can't not tell someone to be happy because I feel like I always have been. There have been times where I've been sad and upset, and you know, there's certain mental struggles that I deal with, but it's not anybody else's business. At the end of the day, what I put out into the world should be laughter and happiness because that's what people deserve, in my opinion.
Most of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, at least the people that I've encountered
Okay,
and
fair
choose to, you know, like, I'm never not going to spend time with you and us not have a good time. Because that's what I believe should happen.
So you're Diddy.
I didn't bring the baby oil this time, but, like,
Oh.
you get my point.
Well, you
right?
just said you're not going to stick around if you're not going to have a good time, so it's pretty Diddy of you.
Thanks.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching today's episode. We appreciate you. We're grateful for you. We love you. And like I said, if you want to be on the right side of history, if you want to call yourself a day one, you know what I mean? If you want that honor of being an original Not So Studious fan, now or never. right?
I feel like everything I say just somehow comes back to bite me in the ass, so.
Why, you want me to bite you on the ass? I'm joking, bro. Do your
As
outro.
as always, peace and
Love.
we're gonna try something different today. Wapa!
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like the fucking Golden State Bridge falling down on me.
You say the warrior.
Whatever. Okay, fine. It's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but in this case, the Leaning Tower of Pizza.
I hate you so much.